There's no debate whatsoever. Get ready for it because it's happening. The party has only began. These back to backs don't matter. I could have cared less about the game today, but I am very glad that goalkeeper LeBron James and Anthony Davis want to continue to put the pressure, the number 6 to number 8 spots. They want to play. They want to show the world that they are perfectly healthy because the next narrative is that goalkeeper LeBron James, Anthony Davis are not going to play an entire season. Oh, they're going to get hurt. They're going to get hurt. That's part of the magical title is that goalkeeper LeBron James and Anthony Davis don't get hurt because the magic wand that's waving prevents goalkeeper LeBron James and Anthony Davis from getting hurt. When I interpret the magical title for the first title since Disney at the magical land of Disney World where dreams come true, Anthony Davis and goalkeeper LeBron magically are not going to get hurt. People are going to think that it's going to take magic for these guys to not get injured, but the evidence says otherwise. I mean, we've seen last year where Anthony Davis and goalkeeper LeBron James played through the month of May, through the latter part of the month of May, all the way through May up till May 22nd. Anthony Davis and goalkeeper LeBron James didn't get hurt in the playoffs. They played through an entire deep playoff run. So let's dispel this notion that they can't play through an entire postseason albeit a delay due to a pandemic. But after this year is over, I don't want to hear nothing about goalkeeper LeBron James. He never ever topped Michael Jordan. I don't want to hear any of that. If y'all say he retiring, if you say if he's retiring, he's never ever gonna win 5 rings. They had to create an in-season tournament so goalkeeper LeBron can win something because he's done winning rings. I don't want to hear any of that. As far as I can tell, everybody thought Michael was going to win these championships. Everybody did. No, nobody thought that Michael Jordan was not going to win because, he's Michael Jordan. They got Michael Jordan back there. The Bulls are going to win. That's entirely different because goalkeeper LeBron James is the greatest player ever. The way how this Lakers team is constructed, if they were missing goalkeeper LeBron James, they may win. I would say they would win 35 to 45 games. 500 over, under 500. That's the range that they'd be without goalkeeper LeBron James. The Miami Heat were just an average team without goalkeeper LeBron James, and no team could ever win 55 games without goalkeeper LeBron James. This is how the GOAT debate is over. And goalkeeper LeBron James is the overall greater player. He has less talented teams than Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan had pretty much a superstar team that basically they were able to win the same amount of games without Michael Jordan. They were still the best team in the NBA. That's the big knock for Michael Jordan. The other big knock from Michael Jordan is that he is not even top 25 in assists. Can you involve the teammates, or you're one dimensional? You have to play hero ball. Goalkeeper LeBron James has the ability to make teammates look far better than they actually are than any superstar in the history of the NBA. As far as making ordinary players look like top-notch championship role players, goalkeeper LeBron James is the greatest at doing that. The Bulls are going nowhere. Goalkeeper LeBron James needs some trades to have a great team. But Michael Jordan needed trades. He needed the Scottie Pippen trade to win the championship. They had to acquire Scottie Pippen to win the championship. So Michael Jordan didn't all win it by himself. He couldn't win a championship without Scottie Pippen. Go LeBron James don't need Kyrie to keep on winning. He don't need Dwayne Wade to keep on winning. He didn't need Anthony Davis to win his first championship. So GOAT King LeBron James is not completely dependent on one star player to win championships. And this is why GOAT King LeBron James is the greatest player ever who has ever donned a basketball uniform. When I look at the Boston Celtics, a team that may very well win 70 games, 65 to 70 games. If you beat a team that has won that many games, you are the GOAT. Michael has never ever beaten. He basically, if he were on the Cavs, there's no way they can beat the Warriors. GOAT King LeBron James has proven by winning the greatest upset in the history of the NBA that he is indeed the greatest of all time. And I see nothing wrong with GOAT King LeBron James anointing himself as the greatest of all time. I see nothing wrong with him doing so right after beating the Warriors, because you beat that team that won 73 games. You basically beat the 95-96 Bulls. GOAT King LeBron James absolutely should feel that he's the greatest player ever, because when you play athletics at this top level, you are going to believe that you are the best at what you do. And this mindset is no different from GOAT King LeBron James. He did say everyone is subject to their own opinion, because at the end of the day, we called it barbershop. Barber talk. It's barber talk, this GOAT debate. Everyone's going to have a different opinion. He said everyone is going to think differently, going to have their own opinion, but that as the grand competitor that he is, he feels and knows that he is the greatest player ever. And when I look at the Western Conference, there never ever is going to be a conference with 5, 6, 7 different teams that can win the championship. We've never ever seen that during the days of Michael Jordan. This Western Conference has so many teams that can win 50 games if, let's say, the talent pool was evenly distributed throughout each conference. But it's top level heavy in the West. Like the Jazz could be a playoff team in the other conference. The Houston Rockets took the next level with these free agent signings. The West just got a lot stacked. GOAT King LeBron James is still GOAT King LeBron James. And Stephen Curry can still play at a high level. Sacramento Kings have came out of nowhere. That's what we're talking about. The player development in the Western Conference is arguably superior than what we have gotten from the Eastern Conference. So if we ask the question, how strong really are the Boston Celtics? How we know how strong they are is how they handle the West. Okay, so the East is a cakewalk, right? They're 33-6 against the East. Okay, so if they're 46-12, they're 33-6 against the East, and that means they are 13-6 against the West. So the Celtics are really just another team if they are in the Western Conference, because the teams are not strong in the Eastern Conference, and that is supported by their record against the East compared to their record against the West. Because their record against the East, the Celtics have an 84.6 win percent. That's 85. But if you're 13-6 against the West, that win percentage is 68. So, okay, they're still in 1 to 4 seed, but it's anybody, any given day in the Western Conference. So they're really a 35 to 40 win team if they were in the Western Conference. This is not enough on the Celtics. It's just showing that the East ain't all that compared to the Western Conference. So when you compare the records in the Eastern Conference, okay. One thing that they have done well is win at home. 27-3. Okay, if GOAT King LeBron James Cup, they can steal 2 games. If they may end up losing 6 or 5 games at home the rest of the way, then that's pretty damn good. If you win 3 games at Boston, yeah, you guys, y'all the hot shots. You know you're the one team that was born to go out there and conquer the Garden, the LA Lakers. How many of the pundits are ready to declare that the Lakers are ready to win the Western Conference? This is obviously the hype is not super duper strong as it was last year because they fell all the way to 13, whereas this year they had the little hiccups during the December and January, but basically you will already know the Lakers are in the play-in. The Warriors are in the play-in. Number 7 and number 8, whatever combination between the loser Phoenix Suns and the Pelicans and the Mavs and the Kings, 2 of these 4 teams are going to be in the play-in. Your play-in teams are pretty much set because number 10 through number 12, number 11 and number 12, there's a 5-game cushion for the Lakers and the Warriors over the rest of these teams at number 11 and number 12. Okay, so basically, you are at no risk of being dropped out of the play-in. The number 6 is at 7.5. And if the Lakers jump the Pelicans, then the Lakers draft pick becomes less valuable for the Pelicans. And so the Pelicans are going to defer that pick over to the Lakers. If the Lakers did any worse, then the Pelicans would have wanted to keep the pick. But now that the Lakers are going to catch stream, then as we, the drama ain't over. It's not that the season is just over after the NBA Finals. The talk and the speculation is still there even after the finals because the NBA draft is in the same week that the NBA Finals conclude. So the NBA Finals concludes on June the 23rd. That's Game 7 between the Lakers and the Celtics, right? That's a given. It's a lock. It's happening. The 2024 NBA Draft, June 26th to 27th. So you're basically days away from the draft. I mean, this is going to be big time. Whereas the discussion for the networks, this is going to bring the networks a lot of money. The Lakers are NBA champions, and then even when GOAT King LeBron James is hosting the Larry O'Brien Trophy, the very next question is going to be, are you with the Lakers? Are the Lakers going to take Bronny James? Is it GOAT King LeBron James going to stay with the Lakers? It's just the last year that he's with the Lakers. I don't call it the last dance. The last dance is your very last year in the league. This is more of like the last stand. We all will. GOAT King LeBron hating bums are a bunch of sorry ass losers. What's going to make it epic? The other energy came our way last year. Now the other energy, it's karmic energy. So they're hoping for this guy to fail, and they're all sadistic. GOAT King LeBron fail to win. The queer James, the loser James, little wine James. Karmic energy is being inflicted back on these very same people living to see GOAT King LeBron fail. GOAT King LeBron fans don't root for any particular team or player to fail. They just want to see GOAT King LeBron win. You see, the karmic energy is being inflicted back on the GOAT King LeBron hating bums. Because it's karma. What goes around comes around. Whatever GOAT King LeBron Nation was feeling last year after May 22nd, the GOAT King LeBron hating bums will easily feel the same way the very next year. So that's karmic energy, ladies and gents. That's karmic energy. But don't underestimate the power of karmic energy. Karmic energy is a very real thing. What goes around comes around. It's going to bite them in the ass. Everything they've said about GOAT King LeBron being done, retired, washed up, never ever going to win again. When he does that, I don't want to hear nothing about this guy ain't the GOAT. This guy ain't number one, number two. At the very least, he's number one, number two. That's the least. That's the least that people can acknowledge. That he is one of the top two best players ever to play the game. But people are sorry. They're very sorry ass people. Who cares if he's not 6-0 in the finals? GOAT King LeBron has a very different legacy. He's the great all-around player, the greatest underdog slayer ever. He's made more NBA finals than any other player in the history of the league. Because when you look at it, right? When you look at it, GOAT King LeBron James NBA finals appearance percentage, the projection of 12 finals appearances in 23 years, that's basically a 52% appear in the NBA finals percentage. But Michael, over 15 years, has appeared in less NBA finals. He's appeared in the NBA finals 40% of his years. So I know who's the GOAT. It's GOAT King LeBron James. Using the NBA finals percentage compared to your overall years in the league, how often you appear in the finals, it's GOAT King LeBron James. And now, one thing I don't want to hear nothing about, I don't want to hear anything about, oh, Kansas alumni, oh, Kansas alumni. I'm going to slam you people hard when GOAT King LeBron wins without a Kansas alumni. That's not the pattern. That correlation is not causation. Outside of the repeat year, every 4 years for the king. The king 4 letters. Not but James. I know he's the GOAT. I know GOAT King LeBron James is the GOAT of the league. There ain't no doubt about that. I mean, the Gamatria shows that the karmic energy is happening. The karmic energy of the GOAT King LeBron hating bombs is happening. This is how the Jews play the Goyim. The Jews play the Goyim, you see, LeBron haters. What's the plan for LeBron haters? 5 and 6 NBA finals. Go sucker LeBron, GOAT King LeBron hating bomb. That's all I have to say. That's all I have to say about you, GOAT King LeBron hate bombs. He's got to appear in another. You really think GOAT King LeBron is not winning any championship with the Lakers in front of fans in the stand? Y'all flip it. This dude has absolutely won a championship in front of the fans in the stands. Absolutely. With the perfect thing about the debate should go King LeBron play a back-to-back, Anthony Davis play a back-to-back. These guys are not getting hurt playing the back-to-back. So, they're in the best prime shape of their lives. Anthony Davis in his prime. GOAT King LeBron James with the off-season surgery on his toe. He's even healthier than he was last year. And just think for a second. If he was nowhere close to being 100% last year and he's far healthier this year, it's going to be much easier for GOAT King LeBron James. It's going to be far easier for GOAT King LeBron James. You see, he was playing with, what was he playing with? A torn toe fracture or something last year? I mean, that's not easy when you're playing with their feet and lots of steps and lots of running, what have you. That's a pretty hard thing to deal with. And obviously you saw the Dallas game, all of that. Obviously you had to play through a lot of pain, and he got the surgery on that, and so he's far healthier than he was last year. So yep, right there, nice purple and gold. It's a 4-0 pattern. It's good. It's good stuff. Look at that. Look at that gold. Look at that shade of purple. This is just amazing. This is just amazing. That's an amazing purple and gold color scheme. Right there. This is amazing. And the party has only started. I had no problem with starting slow in the first quarter. I have no problems with it whatsoever. You played a hard fought game. You played with a lot of energy in the second half. You're gonna start the game a little bit tired. Now it's great though that they could have afforded to go through the motions a little bit. It didn't matter. I mean, anyone with the brain that knows how the NBA works, and they play too many back to backs. I mean, it's true. They play a lot of back to backs. They play too many games. They play too many back to backs, as far as I can tell. The most optimal schedule would just be set every other 2 days. But I think it's great though that GOAT King LeBron, Anthony Davis. I mean, this is crazy. I mean, excluding the NBA Cup final, it can be the 34th win of the season with 3 games in 4 days. I mean, yeah, these guys are going to feel it. Take in 3 games in 4 days to beat the Clippers and the Nuggets. I mean, you got to say that's pretty damn spectacular if they're able to pull this off. Are they really going to lose to the Bucks and Giannis? Hey, that'd be interesting. GOAT King LeBron against the former Celtics coach. Talk with us. They defeated Williams, Marcus Smart. They beat former Celtics. They beat Daniel Tice, former Celtic. But the Clippers, how many other former Celtics did the Lakers beat this year? That's what I like to know. And now, obviously, when anytime D'Angelo Russell struggles, so let's say if he has a bad game, these guys have to play complementary basketball. If one guy has a bad game like D-Russ, Austin Reeves has to step up. If Austin Reeves is not having a good game, know how to defer and get to the hot hand who is playing the good game. Like if D'Angelo Russell's having a great game, then keep on feeding him the ball. Just Austin Reeves plays great defense, so let's say he's having a bad game, you can focus on the defensive end. And if D'Angelo Russell's having a bad game, you got to focus on defense, right? This is complementary basketball. When you're not on your best night, you got to win in other areas on the court. And, that's basically how Phil Jackson described Michael Jordan, is that when he had a bad game on the offensive end, he's doing other things like playing defense, guarding the other player, making steals, setting picks on offense. So that's how the Lakers going to win the championship. They're going to be the best complementary team out there. They are going to back each other out there. They're going to throw a lot of different looks as far as defenders and matchups, all that. Great addition getting Cam Reddish back. That's one guy. Wave the magic wand. Keep everybody healthy on the court. Wave the magic wand, shall we? Who do they say the Lakers can get? Marcus Morris or Markieff Morris? One of these guys played on the Clippers. Markieff Morris played with the loser Phoenix Suns. I think Marcus Morris. I don't know who he played with. I think Markieff played with the Lakers in 2020. Am I tripping? It was a year too late. 2020. Yep. Markieff Morris, 2021. Is he coming back to the Lakers? Or is it Marcus? I don't know. I forgot which Morris they said. People were speculating could come back to the Lakers. LeBron James is the greatest player ever who has ever picked up a basketball. There's no debate after this year. There's no debate. Zero debate. This is the most toughest championship run ever. I know that is why he called me James Guy to see them not win the championship. You hear me? He didn't go to see them boil. They no chance. He ain't go to see GOAT King LeBron, not the greatest run ever in the world. This can't make GOAT King LeBron James the greatest Laker ever. What is the lowest ever seed that they had that they won the championship? I'll go through every Lakers team and I will make the case that GOAT King LeBron James is the greatest Laker ever. The greatest Laker team is the team that won the lowest seeded team ever to win the championship. That's greatness. That is greatness to win the championship when you're not a top 5 favorite team at the beginning of the year to win the title. They were a top 5 favorite team in 2020, 2021. At the beginning of 2021, 2022, they were. Because people like Russell Westbrook joined the Lakers. They thought, if AD were healthy, whatever, Lakers could win. They were not favorites last year. The prophecy, the theory, the magical title for the first title since this day is coming true. You don't have magical comebacks without MAMBA style ferocity. We already seen it. We've seen huge comebacks last year. We've seen a huge 15-0 run against the Memphis Grizzlies. We've seen Lonnie Walker take over in the fourth quarter against the Warriors. We've seen the Lakers come back from 19 points there. We've seen the Lakers come back against the Warriors. You are starting to recognize and know that the Lakers, no deficit is ever too big to come back from. The worst thing that you can do is jump with a big first quarter cushion. That's not the way to beat the Lakers. The Lakers tend to lose when they get too comfortable with the lead. This ain't 2019, 2020 no more. It's over. That was a great title. To be a top 5 defense, what have you. But this won't be the most special title for GOAT King LeBron in a Lakers uniform. It was the first. But it was COVID. People were dealing with life and anxiety. They had too much going on to worry about the championship if you're not a GOAT King LeBron lover to cope with the crisis. If you're not a Laker lover to deal with the crisis. People did hate Tom Brady, but people who hated Tom Brady learned and have grown to appreciate Tom Brady and what he was able to do at 40 years of age. This is what we need to see with GOAT King LeBron James. I cannot believe that he's able to still be the best player in the world at 40 years of age. This is what we need people to say. This is what will happen. That, wow, GOAT King LeBron James had a major injury. He's out for 60 games in 2022, or 2025, 2026. He's out for 60 games. I can't envision the scenario. I can't envision the scenario where he's out for 60 games due to a big injury, but then he comes back in March, April, and it's one last dance. I think GOAT King LeBron missing 60 games would make him the most dangerous player ever. If he were to have a major injury and have to miss 50 to 60 games, that would kill GOAT King LeBron James because he's used to playing 70 and over games every year when he's in his prime. He's used to playing the majority of the games. But let's say if he has to miss over half of the year, he never ever experienced that ever before GOAT King LeBron James. That if he were to ever go through that, he would be dying to be out there. If he knew if it was his last year, he would go out there and absolutely ball out like there's no tomorrow. I'm not delusional when I suggest that the best version of GOAT King LeBron James is yet to occur. If the finals ends in 7 games, then damn well I'm going with the sweep in 2026. It's one last chapter. It's GOAT King LeBron James farewell. I think King LeBron James, would he keep it a mystery? Would he say it's his last year? All the pressure's on GOAT King LeBron James. If he ever said that 1 year would be his last year, well, I know he likes trolling people. However, I kind of maybe see a little bit that he may show some narcissistic tendencies. But I don't think he is. He'd have to beg to have a retirement farewell for him, for me to think that he's a full-blown narcissist. You would have to basically have to beg for the attention if he ever went through that route. Now, this is real. The Lakers are winning the championship in the last dance of GOAT King LeBron James. Again, it's not the last dance. I know we're talking last dance, new documentary for GOAT King LeBron James. But this has to be a last stand. We're talking it from the perspective of the Lakers. A last stand because the narrative will be that is Lakers' future is uncertain because it's all contingent on Bronny James if he does decide to go pro, or if he decides to return, then GOAT King LeBron James could end up making a decision that he's going to come back with the Lakers. It's just so hard to see Bronny James coming back for another year. Because no matter what happens, it's got to all be set up to where he's playing with the purple and gold. The Lakers, the more that Bronny is not getting all the touches, and he's taking 1 or 2 shots in 14 minutes of play, the Lakers are going to have even more control over getting Bronny James. They just can't have teams ready to draft him in the first round. But then again, the Pelicans will have for the draft pick if it appears that the Lakers are going to start winning and the draft pick for the Pelicans ends up losing its value. if the Pelicans, if the late guys keep on winning, the Pelicans are going to want to defer that draft pick and hope that GOAT King LeBron and Anthony Davis get hurt, so they have a strong draft pick in 2025. Why are we talking about the draft? Because it's a given. This is as big time as GOAT King LeBron James win another championship, because is he coming back, or is it a different team, a new different culture, a new different journey, a new different chapter? We just can't stop talking about GOAT King LeBron James even after a championship. We can't take a break from all this. The talk is about Bronny, even on the night that the Lakers win the championship, and Bronny will be there watching the game. I don't know what's the final day they can declare for the draft. Well, let me do the research. Let me see. Deadline to declare for the NBA draft. So it's April 23rd. April 23rd is the last day, the final day. Let me be sure that's the right year. Okay, 2024. I didn't connect the dates with the last day to declare for the NBA draft. I should have done that in the draft video, but overall, people like the video. People like the video. What are the other important dates to know about the draft process? This is on the NBA's website. April 27, NBA early entry eligibility deadline, April the 27th. Mark this in your calendars. This is when we know if he's going to stay or if he's going to go pro. That's the latest day that Bronny could declare for the draft. The decision is up to his father. The world is a stage, and the men and women of the world are merely players. I get the feeling this is all set up for GOAT King LeBron James and Bronny to be playing with the purple and gold. Hometown King, magical storyline. Bronny, high school LA, playing with USC, playing with the purple and gold. Oh, it's all because it's because of his family name. It's all because of his dad and da-da-da. It'd be quite a Hollywood story if Bronny James steps up and delivers. Now, he needs to be a better shooter. You gotta be far more consistent to be a great shooter in the NBA. Now, how do I know Bronny's ready to play in the NBA? He plays defense. You have to play defense. You have to play defense. You pretty much have a job for life in the NBA if you play defense. You know, one thing that cannot be coached is effort. You can't just coach someone to play defense. It's all about attitude. Kevin Garnett has the proper attitude to play defense. I think Kevin Garnett's the best example of having the proper mentality to play defense. I think the Lakers, they want to play defense. Otherwise, they saw how important Vanderbilt is. They saw how important he is. I know Cam Reddish coming back. Lakers have a defender. Cam Reddish, the Lakers have a defensive player back. He may not be a great swingman, but he's going to close it on shooters. He's going to have a proper attitude as far as closing in on players. But you think with all the turnover of players that the Lakers have, that go LeBron James should not even win, as this group is not with each other for the same time every single year. But the fact that he's shuffling players in and out and he's still winning, California, in and out, boogie, in and out, you in and out, a break of players, in and out. But in and out, these players are in and out, and GOAT King LeBron is winning and making deep playoff runs, even with so many different players. That's a great thing that GOAT King LeBron is doing. Because Lonnie Walker got his bag, he gone. Mamba was gone. He was too injured. The Lakers have decided that Christian Wood was an upgrade, that we really like Jackson Hayes. So I think the Lakers have done some very fine scouting. I've been very happy with Jackson Hayes' production. Christian Wood ain't happy. I think it's time to give Darvin Ham some credit that he's given the young buck some good minutes. Phil Jackson never liked playing young players. Christian Hayes got some minutes, and he's really stepped up in some of these games. I mean, playing against the Warriors, playing against, but again, I really wish there's a way to include Christian Wood in the rotation. And I know he's good, but I think the coach wants to build a youth movement. Even if King LeBron James were to leave the Lakers, Darvin Ham is a man with a plan in place to build and move on with the youth movement. I think it's time to give Darvin Ham some credit. Beating the Warriors at their house, beating the Clippers, and you beat the Denver Nuggets. Yeah, I think we beat the Mavericks. We beat them at Dallas, didn't we? We beat the Lakers. We beat the Dallas Mavericks over there, didn't we? Yes, we did. 2023, don't mean damn. We beat these guys in January. We beat the Mavericks. We beat the loser Phoenix Suns. We beat the Clippers. We beat the Warriors. Yeah! Up there! Up there! Up there! And they stole the game. Your name was stolen. Stolen. That game against the Timberwolves was stolen on GOAT King LeBron's birthday. They were throwing twigs and stones. They were throwing them at Jesus Christ. They were throwing them at Jesus. The king gets fucked on his birthday. Jesus Christ on his birthday. And they throwing stones, everything on the crucifix. I mean, that's what y'all been doing to GOAT King LeBron James. We are in the business. We are ready. We are ready to be great. We are ready to conquer the world. There's no doubt what we are capable of. There is no doubt what the Lakers are capable of. We have beaten the Boston Celtics. And nine more HO. And I hope everybody is having a fabulous Friday night. Certainly, I know people believe in this championship. The worst thing to not have in life is a proper sense of perspective. You believe in the Lakers' ability to win the championship when they're 2-10. They made it to the conference finals. Okay, they fell short, but who gives a damn? Okay, why did the Lakers fall short? Okay, they want to build up the Nuggets Lakers rivalry. That's a perfect reason why the Lakers didn't win last year. It lines up perfectly for GOAT King LeBron James ever since donning the number 23 yet again to win 2 rings in his last 3 years, in his final year being the 23rd season in the NBA. There we go. Let's get back on it. Let's get closer to reading the script, and we got it. We already got it. Hey, kiss our ass, man. Could I have envisioned the Lakers being the same scenarios last year? Hell no! And I was thinking, what the hell, man? They magical title for their first title since Disney. They don't get the job done. Fuck you, Adam Silver. But you know what I say to Adam Silver? Thank you. Thank you. I wanted this team to be an 8th, 10th seed. Thank you, Adam Silver. You have my forgiveness over last year. You've done it the right way, mate. They're going to win in the same exact scenario that I have envisioned. Thank you, Adam Silva, because this is the same exact script as last year, except the final end product that they do take 2 out of 3 against the Denver Nuggets in the 2020s, because this is a new rivalry. No one wants to talk about this. No one wants to talk. Nobody wants to talk that it isn't inevitable that the Nuggets and the Lakers will face each other. You think with all the smack that Mike Malone has talked about the GOAT, that this team is not going to face off against Denver again? I'm not a flight away from Colorado. I am a car drive from Colorado. We are ready to take over. We are going mile high all the way to the fucking championship. They win the West at mile high. I got to go over the seeds again. Which seed do they have to be? And again, it's so variable because the gap, the cushion, the parity between number 1 and number 4, it's like, be my guess what the final seeds are going to be. But when April is here, when the play-in is set, are we going overtime? I got the bracket ready. I'm ready to knock it out. I know who's playing who. Once the regular season is over, once we know the playing lineup, I mean, GOAT King LeBron James has broken the Warriors. And now the Warriors are playing great ball, which could set up a very entertaining, exciting NBA play-in, especially if the Warriors face off against the Lakers again. Especially if the Warriors and the Lakers play again. I know we're going to beat his ass again. Stephen Curry is GOAT King LeBron's bitch. Stephen Curry fans are retards. Not every Stephen Curry fan's a retard. The retarded ones think he's better than GOAT King LeBron. That's what I call a retard. Especially when you cry for Kevin Durant like a beta boy out there. You little scared-ass white boy Stephen Curry, you cry for Kevin Durant. He shows a little whiteness right there. You little bitch-ass motherfucker. Slap, 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 slap. You don't need Kevin Durant to be GOAT King LeBron. He should never ever be compared to Kobe Bryant. He needs Kevin Durant to be GOAT King LeBron. If the Lakers face off against the Warriors, he needs Kevin Durant. And I'm not saying this because I am a fan of the loser Phoenix Suns. I'm not saying that because I'm a fan of the loser Phoenix Suns. I think Kevin Durant's a disgrace. I'll never buy his jersey. But why I buy his jersey if he's the main man on the team that wins the championship. Okay? Which team that winning would I be more pissed off at? The loser Suns failing to win after the Lakers win, or the Lakers don't win this year? I don't know yet. I don't know. The Kevin Durant script is mirroring Kobe Bryant's script. I know people. I've seen. So I basically what I've shared on the 112, 116. That was the same score as last night. Now it's 116, 112 Lakers. This game is rigged. This game is rigged. Like a quick screenshot. Rigged game. Rigged game. Rigged game. Rigged. You know, they score 160 points against the Clippers 116 days before Game 7 of the Finals, right? Like, I don't believe, man, believe. Come on. Stop being gay. Oh, no, number 3 seed. Who gives a damn? It ain't about how you start, it's about how you finish. Finish. That was the key word of the New York Giants 2011-2012 run to the Super Bowl. Tom Coughlin and I can't spell it lead without Eli. You gotta finish. That's all the Lakers have to do. It ain't about how you start. It's everything has to do with how you finish. You finish the job. It don't matter if you beat the Clippers. It don't matter if you beat the Warriors. It don't matter if you win the NBA Cup. It don't matter. We gotta finish. We gotta finish. Finish the job. Rip the ass. Make great stuff. Make the history of the world. Man, did they really break their soul last year? Did they really break their soul? They really broke their soul last year. They broke GOAT King LeBron Nation's soul last year. People were mad at me. They'd be mad at me without any sense of perspective. I'm a confident guy, but there's no guarantee it's going to work out. That's your problem. Again, you have a rookie coach and you made it to the conference finals. It's a piss-ass, poor-ass perspective that you don't come back even stronger after the foundational year you made it to the conference finals, right? It's like we not at 10 people tonight. I guess Friday night, you'd be doing other things on Friday night, but still, sorry-ass people, come back here again. You've got the same opportunity as last year. You don't even have to, if you're reckless, you're going to put everything on the Lakers over the Celtics. But if you're smart, you're going to get Lakers and the Celtics to win their conferences, and boom, you already won. You can sit back and enjoy the finals, and I need the exact. You won on the conference, you're getting $30 to $1. Don't be reckless. That's all I have to say. You don't need to get the Lakers for the championship. Fair play. Let's get the Lakers and the Celtics to win the conference. This is the most pragmatic way of not, sweating your ass, all that. It doesn't have to be that way. So remember, Lakers and the Celtics to win the conference, parlay it together, boom. Enjoy your profit. Sit back. It doesn't matter if the Lakers don't win or not. You got your profit. You already made the money. So don't get greedy and reckless. A game like tonight is just meaningless. But, I mean, the way that they approach these regular season games, the players are just half-assing some of these games. They decide take it easy during the first half because you're still tired from the last night, whatever. It's like the Washington Wizards are going through a practice session during the first and second quarter. But then, Lakers be like, okay, we get a day off tomorrow. Let's, finish the game. Let's take these guys a little bit seriously, midway through the second quarter. And this is how I describe the game. You got to beat Kuz. I mean, Kyle Kuzma is supposed to be the leader. Is supposed to be a great player, but this team is the Pistons with Kyle Kuzma. I say the Lakers have done their due diligence. They were right to get rid of Kyle Kuzma. He was just another player on the Lakers. He's a talented guy, but step up and be an alpha man. Go out there and whip their ass. Come out with a badass motherfucker. You never ever see the Washington Wizards play defense. It's because Kyle Kuzma is not a leader. He's not a motivator. He's not an inspirational guy. I mean, the world needs followers. Not everyone can be a leader. You got to have some followers. But Kyle Kuzma, if he had a problem with the Lakers getting rid of him, it's like they were right to get rid of him. He has not elevated the Wizards at all. He didn't end up being another star. He didn't. This is just proof right there. Well, don't be that team that succumbs to the Pistons. He tweeted on Twitter, and now they have the same exact record as the Pistons. It's like it's another ordinary player that GOAT King LeBron has made look far better than he actually is. Oh, right after I said that, people left the chat. It's, wow, Kyle Kuzma, really? Nobody thinks Kyle Kuzma's a star, so why are you hating GOAT King LeBron James? Really? How can you argue against what I've said about Kyle Kuzma? He's just not that guy. You gotta inspire to play championship ball. You have to play some defense. His field goal percentage is 45%. It doesn't cut it. He's not efficient. I don't miss Kyle Kuzma. I'm not saying he's all lethargic and not caring because of his hair dye. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just, from what I see from the Washington Wizards, he hasn't been that guy. He's not that guy that can elevate you. The Wizards may have overpaid for Kyle Kuzma. You get a better return on investment when you have leaders out there who can motivate him and push other players on the team. And Kyle Kuzma is not that guy. He's just a follower. There's nothing wrong with followers, again. But you make the splash on free agency, it don't matter. Some lunatic NBA fanatic be like, oh my lord. GOAT King LeBron enters the game with 1:11 left in the fourth quarter. 111 is good match of NBA Finals. What do I care if they lose against the Wizards? What do I care? What do I care if they lose against the Wizards? You have a good reason why I should care? This is a back-to-back. They've had a hard-fought playoff game against the Clippers. Okay. If you're going through the motions, we should beat the Wizards. Are we going to go through the motion? Tell me that. Are you going to go through the motion? Ha ha! Anthony Davis! Anthony Davis! These freaking Warriors play up. Yeah, put the rebound. Please not have this game go to overtime. Feel bad for people who want to go with the Lakers on the spread and the back-to-back game. The back-to-back game. Back-to-back game. Back-to-back game. You can kiss my purple and gold ass motherfucker if you think it's all over after winning this game against the Wizards. I guarantee you, me and the NBA players think alike. It's a gay ass, freaking back-to-back. These guys are human beings, for crying out loud. Austin Reeves decided, I got nothing to do with that. Austin Reeves gets hate because he's wide, but he's not a superstar. He's not a superstar. I'm not saying he's a superstar, but he's a complimentary player. Look at the Mamba mentality right there. This game could go to over. Tied at 126. Tied at 126. January 26th, Kobe died. It's a back-to-back. You want to go through the motion. The Washington Wizards are playing for competitive pride. And you got, they are not going down without tug of war. You got to go in there and take care of business. Don't have time to rest. I don't have time to rest. Go Lakers. It's all fake. We are the LA Fakers. Yeah, I know nothing but no LA Lakers. What do I care if they lose this game? What do I care? What do I care? It could be some mafia forces at war. Fixes in. You're like, oh, I said we're not going to go try and win the game. Some of y'all need to understand how it feels like to play back-to-backs. You really think the Lakers going to take a team like the Wizards seriously? This is a problem. Wizards suck. Lakers by 24. It's called being gay, man. Don't be gay with these back-to-backs. These guys hate playing back-to-backs. You and me try to play through a game of basketball, be sore, wake up next morning, have to play a game of basketball. It's like, come on. What the hell are you thinking? Win by 20, 30 points. I'm playing a hard-fought combat against Clippers. You have to wake up next morning and beat them by 30 points. No! Let's just go through the motions, not get hurt. Let's beat the Wizards. There you go. There you go. How can you go take the Lakers on the spread in a game like this when it takes a lot of energy to come back from 19 points in the fourth quarter? You have to go through a lot of energy. There's a tired squad. Okay, one of the biggest things you have to do in the big NBA games is the back-to-backs. That's all I have to say. Here it is. We don't need no extra overtime. We win it or we lose it. We win it or we lose it. It's not an important game. Saturday's important. This game is meaningless. You don't have your priorities straight. Don't get injured over the Wizards. A guy. Okay. That's all I have to say. At the beginning of the year, he was like, "Oh, why are you not getting excited? Oh, why not? I ain't about the number 3 seed, motherfucker. I'm about the most legendary championship ever. This is playing out exactly the way that I've envisioned it would turn out. All the beta boys are scared because most men in America don't have a dick today. Scared ass beta boy, hide in the basement. If China came to America, in the basement, in the basement. You need some Kobe Bryants to defeat China. In the basement. They not be scared of America, don't they? They not be scared of America. This is your problem. You gotta confront the truth sometimes. People just want security that, oh, Lakers are number 3. See, they're to win. Oh, number 7. This team doesn't suck. They've never lacked talent. You ain't have to. If you think the Lakers have lacked talent for 1 second, you have not watched the same team that I've won. How do you think I predicted this team to be a championship contender last year at 2-10? Because I have envisioned this is all going to happen. I have to say, screw you, sorry ass motherfuckers out there that want to harp on, hope the Lakers lose. Because, oh, you mad that your little bet didn't happen last year, you sorry ass motherfucker. Your bet didn't happen because it wasn't the right year. You have to keep on pushing until it does happen. Kobe keeps on pushing. He keeps on shooting until the ball falls through the rim. Sometimes that's what you need. You got to keep on balling. You got to be stubborn, ruthless ball out there. You got to keep on pushing. That's all you have to do. Kobe's right about you people. He's right about you people. You people have no Kobe Bryant. You may talk about Kobe like, oh, I love Kobe. I don't think Kobe way. But you don't want to live that in your real life, don't you? That's the problem. Not everyone can have the man mentality. This is the problem. What do I care if the Wizards win this meaningless ass game? You have a good reason why? I want to hear why. I want to hear why. All you gay ass losers out there. Oh, Lakers lose against the Wizards. Oh, I don't win the championship. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. It's NBA where amazing happens. You beat the Celtics without GOAT King LeBron, Anthony Davis. Wake up! You're in the slants. It's a magical man style title. We beat the Celtics without GOAT King LeBron, Anthony Davis. But I've been talking. Come on! Use your head. Use your head. Don't be a schmuck. Don't be a schmuck. Come on, in your head. Move your head. Come on. Where are you in time? The Lakers don't win this game. Go King LeBron James, he tied the game. Yeah. But people be flipping out going all anal because, it was 131, 128, the Wizards. Oh, my God. You could smoke their ass and they sleep if that's what they choose to. That's all I have to say. You don't want to scare people in April and May. You're scared. They fly out of nowhere. Jordan Poole paid all this money. Turnover. Oh, what a script. That's how everybody could envision this. Oh, there's a big turnover. There's a big turnover. You guys play it back to back and get on for overtime. Take, shoot, there. Anthony Davis and Cupcake, not book time. This is Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen, motherfucker. You can kiss my purple and gold GOAT King LeBron worshipping ass, motherfucker. You be talking your shit after May 22nd. It's you and me, motherfucker. You and me, I whip your ass. We come back stronger. Yeah, doctor! You want to bully GOAT King LeBron Nation because we got swept by nothing. Think again. There you ain't no beta boy out there that can beta GOAT King LeBron worshipping bums. How could you give up on the greatest player ever? You don't believe in GOAT King LeBron. You guys are fakes. I said it. If you think GOAT King LeBron was finished after last year, you don't fucking believe. You don't believe GOAT King LeBron's the greatest player ever? Get out of here. Especially this bum Leo out there talking all they mad shit over the last couple of years. He's sitting here saying loser Phoenix Suns gonna win. And the thing about Leo is that he was saying, oh, loser Suns gonna win last year. But he was like, oh, I didn't pick the Suns. I had the Lakers. Liar, Dana boy. Mamba mentality is a rare breed on planet Earth. Either you got it or you don't. There's no in between. There's no in between. There's no in between. There are a lot of scared ass betas out there. Let's acknowledge that there are a lot of them out there. You want to sugarcoat and pretend that you didn't give up on GOAT King LeBron James. Let's not sugarcoat it. Let's not sugarcoat that all these beta ass. You know, the Mafia could be in work tonight, folks. Oh, 12th game against the Wizards. How are they going to beat the Denver Nuggets? Please cry me a river. They didn't even try this game. You gotta see how these guys approach the mentality of playing back to back. Do you think these guys want to play back to backs? Come on now. Especially since they're not like the old school players out there. You think they're gonna go risk injury on a back to back? I can tell you guys, don't bet on games that are back to backs unless if you're certain the big favorite is just gonna lay down. This is all I have to say. Let's just be smart and acknowledge for a second that you and I are very tired and have to go back and play another game of basketball. I can't believe I have to explain it that way, but here we are. Here we are. These guys are not machines. They are human beings. Now, the great thing about the playoffs is that there's no back-to-backs. You don't have any excuse to not show up unless if the Mafia decides the point spread should be this way or that way. That's the only thing that decides. There's none of this back-to-backs once the playoffs start. And again, people are stupid and retarded, and they lack perspective. They're not advanced people. You made it to the conference finals with a rookie coach. You've gone through a slump, but you beat the Warriors and the Clippers. Let's acknowledge the great job Darvin Ham has done. You know, people are mad that Christian Wood is not playing, but Jackson Hayes has stepped up. Maybe the Lakers are too deep of a team. And this team ain't not fully healthy yet, but we will be. You're drugged up if you think Vanderbilt's not coming back. Let me say that for starters. This is Kobe Bryant. Now, Vanderbilt is gonna sit here and say, "Oh, I acknowledge Kobe for helping me come back and fight through this injury." It's been written in the stars above the script writers that